Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
What's a legendary Reddit post you'll never forget? The person who thought someone was breaking into their apartment but really they had a carbon monoxide leak. Guy went to buy weed, bought some heroin instead as no weed available and asking if he should try it. Updates over years, life spiraled out of control, finally got clean, 14 years later. That's you, Spontaneous H, and he did an update a few years back and is still clean. That was the first legendary post I heard about when I joined. I'll never forget how he first described the feeling it gave him. Then I remember how it got another Redditor to try H and got them spiraling. Crazy post. An old one. The guy who thought that by his Reddit feed was stuck in Spanish and wanted help getting back to English. Everyone, including the mods, kept posting in Spanish. And not just the mods, the admins even got in on it. Yep, the admin left this comment, fully committed to the bit. Simplemente via a su página de preferencias y busca la opción de idioma apropiado. Poop knife. Hadn't even opened the comments yet and sure as shit, poop knife was what I expected. Next was, carbon monoxide post-it note guy, followed by, this guy's dead wife. I also vote for that guy's dead wife. That time, EA community team posted something so universally disliked that the site collectively pushed that comment into downvote hell. The infamous AIR quote about Battlefront 2 is from a 2017 Reddit post defending the game's progression system. The intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes by spending money on them. Currently sitting at minus 670k points. Insane. I added downvotes too. Thanks. The guy that got punched out, and while unconscious dreamed that he had a whole different life, got married, had kids, and one day it all unraveled and he came back to reality. He went full Picard in real life. Awesome. Heard the same, but the guy took a big hit of salvia, lived a lifetime in a few breaths. The lamp looked different. Fuck man, that still hits hard. Wonder how the dude's doing. That one was super eerie for me. I had something somewhat similar happen to me back when I was a meth addict. I was awake for 4 or 5 days straight using. I passed out for 4 hours, and lived an alternate life that lasted 3.5 years. But I was in a zombie apocalypse. Saw friends and family die, met new people, survived with them, formed close bonds, even fell in love. We built up a settlement only for it to be overrun, so we fled to the coast, but we had a horde of zombies at our backs and the ocean at our front. We locked ourselves inside a fenced swimming pool at a beachside resort. Decided to get wasted because there was a bar there. We knew it was the end, so after we'd finished drinking I unlocked the gate and laid down. Zombie on top of me, just about to bite, and then I woke up screaming in a pool of sweat. Took me 3 weeks to get back to normal. I was mourning people who never existed, and my brain had learned survival skills that were of no use in the real non-apocalypse world. That is some PTSD+++. And was depressed because he missed his imaginary wife and kids. I mean, if I woke up tomorrow and my wife and kids were just some coma bits, I'd be sad too. It's a toss-up between the coconut fucker and the stuck cylinder. It is imperative the cylinder not be harmed. Swamps of Dagobah, or the guy who went to dinner with his GF parents and convinced them he had no idea what a potato was, and chaos absolutely ensued. Another gem, but not as good as those two, was the chronicle from different perspectives of throwing a stake out a window between I think a husband and wife. It wasn't as popular, but I'll always remember it, unless I'm just completely making it up. Now I'm not sure. Got a link to the Swamps of Dagobah post. 14 years ago now, https://www.reddit.com/r/askreddit/comments/x041d/comments/c5066p2/. Dude, what the fuck man? Potato, oh interesting. Never heard of a potato, looks pretty good. https://all.reddit.com/r/tifu/comments/2tbig/tifu_by_my_girlfriend_by/. Tastes very strange. Swamps of Dagobah is my pick whenever this question is asked. The writing is excellent, too. Swamps, and this guy's dead wife are the two I think about. Both are amazing. The guy whose GF admitted that she doesn't like the song he'd been playing during sex for 2 years. The song sounded like a balloon and 3D printer going at it. Almost forgot about the Seabat saga. This was so popular and funny across all platforms that it even made it into a video game I play as a gesture called 2 Years, with a clip of the song and a goofing thrusting gesture lol. And she knew he was still doing it to the beat in his head, and got mad at him. That thread was hilarious, haha. That was always the part of the story that got me lol. She tells him to stop, so he stops playing it, but keeps thrusting in that distinct shitty rhythm lol. The guy who sold his house but continued living in a secret bunker underneath it. https://www.reddit.com/r/askreddit/comments/t0ynr/comments/c4zaren/. This one, deleted. Broken arms. Yup, Thorntaneous H and Poop Knife are probably the other top contenders, but surely this is number one. Honorable mention to Iranian yogurt. Closing parenthesis. Jolly Rancher post is up there as well. The one account that would reply with well-written replies and at the end would go off about how it reminds him of a time where he almost beat his son to death with jumper cables. Then the other account playing the son who would also reply and end up mentioning his father and the jumper cables. Along those lines, hell in a cell. You, shitty morph is still around, hell in a cell account. Today you, tomorrow me edit, found at https://www.reddit.com/r/askreddit/comments/ll2/comments/c18z0z2/. I gotta go to an ICE protest. Came looking for this story and had the same thought. Shocked to read it again and see it was from 15 years ago. Truly a different, better time in America. That one guy's dead wife. I also choose this guy's dead wife. Something obscure. I never saw this and I'm fucking crying laughing. I also choose that one guy's dead wife. Kevin, this should be higher. Who's the dumbest person you've ever met? https://www.reddit.com/r/askreddit/comments/219w20/comments/cgbhkwp/. Fucking Kevin. I can only imagine how adult life has been for him. Been fine. The Seabat, Hudson Mohawk, post. Is this the one where he had a sex mixtape and his GF hated it so he stopped playing it but still fucked her to the tempo of it? He posted the song and the comments were hysterical. I hope this is it. That one was so funny. IRC it was his GF that made the post and then people asked her to link the song and then all hell broke loose. The YouTube and TikTok parodies of it killed me. Like a clown falling down the stairs. The perfect thrusting rhythm one. Gotta be, only Seabat post I remember. Come on PPL, be civilized and share links. A lot of these can be found on our Museum of Reddit. Enjoy. C. The guy whose GF wanted him to talk dirty so he called her an R-word. This and the, are you fucking sorry, green text will never not make me laugh out loud. Had to scroll too far for that one. I've never laughed at a Reddit post so hard in my life. https://www.reddit.com/r/askreddit/s/mikaviaksmuk2. Ray Farty Saga https://www.reddit.com/r/bestofredditorupdates/s/wj1pentcbz. Edited to add link. OMG Lesavon von Fartenberg I'm dying. And Jachinval WTF. I'm still waiting to find out what was in the safe. Someone else moved into the house and managed to open it. If I remember correctly, there was literally nothing in it. One of the biggest letdowns in internet history. The fall of Unaiden. He was such an interesting Redditor and then bam. His reputation fell apart over a classic Reddit argument. I weirdly think of this all the time. This was when I first got on Reddit and Unaiden commented on one of my posts. It was like a celebrity paying attention to me, and then he had a Tiger Woods fall from grace never to be heard from again. Same, I feel like there were so many celebrity users back then. I am on here daily and couldn't tell you any specific user unless they're sub-specific like mods or something. I often think of Dan, wonder if he has made it back here. I looked for and read all his replies to interesting questions. The dude that ate an entire 6 feet party sub and asked if he was an asshole for doing it at a party. https://www.reddit.com/r/amathase/iter_because_I_8_more_than_my_I_6_4 The Jolly Rancher one. Those who know, know. This is the one that grosses me out the most, still. Rick Astley getting rickrolled. https://www.reddit.com/r/pics/s/fzz6jszmgs. Putting Descartes before the horse might be the most clever thing I've ever read. For those unfamiliar, to make it better, after 15 years it's still at exactly 6,969 upvotes. Cumbox. https://www.reddit.com/r/bestof/s/shay31xd1bts. It hurts my old bones to see how many young whippersnappers replying to this, the correct answer, that are going to be traumatized today by the cumbox for the first time. Ooh, going way back with this one. Didn't think I'd see it mentioned. I'm just here to talk about Rampart. Can I say Rampart? Guys, can we get back to talking about Rampart? Stairs in the woods. That was what got me started in Reddit. Dude, yes, I would stay up all night reading those stories. No sleep used to be my jam. If you haven't read it yet, the Boxers series was another popular one that has really stuck with me over the years. Surprised I had to scroll so far to get to this. The comment sections in those threads were a goldmine for creepy stories. I still remember one about a guy that unzipped his tent in the middle of the night and saw a creature that looked like a guy in a black morph suit, and it perfectly mimicked the sound of the zipper before vanishing into the woods.